Alright, what is up, everybody? It's a new week in the NFL. We're looking at week 10, and we're going to predict every single game. So we're coming off of week 9. Mike and Dan both went 8-4 before Sunday Night Football and before Monday Night Football. We agree on the Buccaneers and Patriots winning. Who knows what happens there? Either way, we did not make up any ground in these games, but a new week in the NFL. Let's get right into it. We have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans in a battle of the AFC South. Oh, this is going to be a good game. Last week I said I never picked the Indianapolis Colts games right, and I told you all that the Colts would lose, and somehow, guess what? I was right. It was a closer game than I expected, but I don't know. On the other hand, we have the Titans. The Titans did not look great either. They were able to hold the Bears' lackluster offense to a minimal amount of points, but their offense also did not play very well at all against the Bears' strong defense. The one thing I will say about the Indianapolis Colts team is Phillip Rivers at quarterback. Phillip Rivers, the age factor is definitely showing. He definitely is not getting any better as he progresses. Now, with that being said, give me some Phillip Rivers. You know, I don't know. I like the Colts. I think that the Colts get this win, and ultimately, they will be tied with the Titans for first in this division. I just want to see the AFC South tighten up. If the Titans win this game, it's not looking good for the Colts in terms of winning this division. So if the Colts really can win this game, that would be huge for them. The next game we're going to be talking about is we have the Houston Texans against the Cleveland Browns. Now, don't let the Browns record deceive you. The Cleveland Browns are not, I repeat, not a good team. In fact, the Houston Texans are what? What are they, 2-6 now, 2-7? And yet the Texans still, I think, in my eyes, are a better team than the Cleveland Browns, who are 5-3. Maybe not a better team, but I definitely think this game is going to be close. Nobody really cares about this game at all. I don't expect the Browns, even with their strong record, to make the playoffs. I just don't see three teams from the AFC North making it. I'll take the Cleveland Browns in this game, but it's going to be a close one. Washington football team against the Detroit Lions. Oh, Matthew Stafford is dead. I don't know what the severity of his injury is. If Matthew Stafford plays in this game, I easily would consider taking the Lions. But I'm going to assume that he's going to be out with a concussion right now. It looked like a pretty bad hit to the head. And, you know, Alex Smith came in there with his bionic leg, and he made things happen. He looked pretty solid, in fact, in the offense. He was able to step right into things and score some points. I think he scored, 21 points after Kyle Allen was basically getting shut out. So the Redskins, honestly, they have some momentum. And when I said Redskins, I meant the Washington football team. I'll take them in this close matchup with the Lions. Then we have Buccaneers versus Panthers. Oh, man, Christian McCaffrey came back with a freaking vengeance. It was as if he never even got injured. He came right in. He carried the Panthers like he always does. Oh, my. It was great to see. The Carolina Panthers offense looks really good. At the beginning of the year, I said, really good receivers, really good offense, questionable defense. Their offense is insane, and their defense, honestly, is exceeding my expectations. I think they'll be able to keep this game really close. McCaffrey always carries his team, and I think he'll be able to here. The Buccaneers, on the other hand, have a really, really good offense, probably top 3 in the NFL. And, you know, I can't wait to see what Antonio Brown does on Sunday Night Football because the Buccaneers' offense is scarier and scarier as time goes on. Dan's going to take the Buccaneers, so I'm going to take the Panthers. Let's shake things up, make it interesting. Carolina wins, in my opinion. Close game, Carolina. Eagles versus Giants. Okay. This game, the Giants should have won this game 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever. Evan Ingram dropped a wide open pass that would have sealed the game, and the Eagles made a huge comeback. Now, are the Giants going to make that same mistake after coming off a win against the Washington football team? Dang, the Giants came out hot against the Washington football team. I was impressed, and they almost blew the game, but they didn't. The Giants defense had 4 turnovers in that game. The Eagles, on the other hand, had a bye week. They're going to be healthier. Miles Sanders is back. Alshon is back. The Eagles are in the right direction here, but so are the Giants. Give me the Eagles, though. I'm not going to pick the Giants over the Eagles. The Packers versus the Jaguars. Okay, I don't even know the name of the Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback. I think it's like Ludin or something, and he just almost beat Deshaun Watson. Props to him. You know, the Jacksonville Tank Wars are now the Jacksonville Tanks. Just when you think they're going to be 0-16, 1-15, you know, they come out and they keep games close. James Robinson is having a really good year. But I shouldn't even be talking about this game because it's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. And what they're doing right now is just crazy. The Packers definitely win. Cardinals versus Bills and game of the week. Now, the Cardinals choked so hard. It makes me so angry watching that game. I don't know. There were some questionable calls. calls. Like, they should have went for it on 4th and 1, in my opinion, later in the game. But, yeah, this is the game of the week right here. And guess what? The Bills were able to hold Russell Wilson in a box. He was getting destroyed by that Bills defense. He looked all kinds of confused. Now, that doesn't happen often to, someone who's potentially the MVP this year. So is the Bills defense going to be able to replicate that with Kyler Murray? We're going to have to see. I don't think so. Give me the Arizona Cardinals in another huge upset. I don't know. I'm feeling myself, We're picking Arizona. Kyler Murray, he's so greedy, bro. He always gets all the scrimmage yards, which, I mean, hey, if you win, go ahead. But if you have DeAndre Hopkins in fantasy like me, then that's a rip. But give me the Arizona Cardinals over the Buffalo Bills in a huge upset. Hey, the Cardinals were able to pull off the upset against the Seahawks. Maybe they'll do it again here. Chargers versus Dolphins. Another really good game. Now, can the Chargers please finish for once? The Chargers have been so close the last 2 weeks. They've lost on the final play of both of those games. And this week it was overturned in a review. The Dolphins, on the other hand, trending in the right direction. Huge win over the Cardinals. Now, Tua honestly didn't look great, but he did have his moments. Herbert, on the other hand, he's been consistent. I'm going with Justin Herbert and the Chargers in this game. Raiders versus Broncos. Yeah, I don't care about this game. And the Raiders had a nice win over the Chargers. Derek Carr did play very well. Can we just take a moment and talk about Nelson Aguilar? Nelson Aguilar out of nowhere is Randy Moss, and it's making me as an Eagles fan very upset. But yeah, the Raiders are going to find a way to win this game. Drew Lock, props to Drew Lock. Seems like he's progressing, but not progressing fast enough to beat the Raiders right here. Seahawks versus Rams. Now, last week I said, Seahawks fans, don't be worried. This week, Seahawks fans, be a little worried. Your defense is not that good. I don't know what's going on, but they're giving up a lot of big plays and a lot of points. The Seahawks offense remains top 3 in the league, but their defense is horrible. They have Jamal Adams, who made a couple plays against the Bills, but he's one player, and their defense is not performing well as a unit. Are they going to be able to compete with the Los Angeles Rams? For sure. If the Seahawks lose this game, then as a Seahawks fan, oh my gosh, I would be so concerned about my season. And, it would be brutal. A brutal loss if they lose to the Rams right here. The Seahawks should win this game, and I believe they will outscore the Rams. But I'm more interested to see how their defense performs, because I expect their offense to score 30 points this game. If their defense gives up 30 or more points, oh my gosh, rip. Then we have the Steelers versus Bengals. The Steelers always, they choke against horrible teams like we just saw with the Cowboys. Steelers fans should not be happy with that performance. And they're playing Joe Burrow right here. I don't think the Steelers lose to the Bengals. We'll give it to the Steelers. Saints versus 49ers. Doesn't matter how the Saints play on Sunday Night Football. The 49ers are a shell of the team that they were in the Super Bowl. Everybody's injured. George Kittle is a brutal loss. Jimmy Garoppolo, brutal loss. Richard Sherman, Nick Bosa, oh my goodness. Well, maybe Raheem Mostert comes back to play, but it's not going to be enough to stop Alvin Kamara and the Saints. Patriots versus Ravens. The Patriots are not going to be good enough to beat the Ravens. We always think that Bill Belichick is going to have something in his mind to stop Lamar Jackson, but I don't think it's going to be enough with the 2-5 team that he has. Ravens should win right here. And finally, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Football. This is an interesting game, in my opinion. So the Chicago Bears offense has been super bad as of late, and I've picked them every single game to win. Should I do it again against Dalvin Cook and the Minnesota Vikings, who've been overperforming? Everybody overreacted to their initial losses in the season. Dalvin Cook came back from injury. They're feeding him. Kirk Cousins, #1 handing off quarterback in the league. And Dalvin Cook gets 400 scrimmage yards every game and maybe 7 touchdowns. Now, with that being said, it's a Bears defense that's solid. Whoa. I'm tempted to go for the third upset pick of the week, and I'm going to. That's right. Am I crazy? Probably. But the Bears and Nick Foles show some magic on Monday Night Football. I don't know how they're going to do it, but an AFC North matchup, they beat the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. There's all the picks for the week. Let me know your thoughts down below. I know I chose 3 pretty big upsets. Go ahead and hate on them. But hey, if those 3 upsets pan out, we'll make up some ground on Daniel. There's the picks. Subscribe, hit the like button, and there you go.